What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing well. So in today's bedwars storytime video is going to be an interesting one. It's about my experience to a boys brigade training camp. So yeah, guys, this bedwars storytime is going to be a very interesting one. So sit back and relax. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button down below, smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and also, guys, just recently I made a new Discord server for you guys to join. If you haven't already joined, there's a link in the description so you guys can enter into the Discord server. Without further ado, let's get right into the story time. Alright, so this camp took place around, I'd say, last year March. I can't really remember. It was actually a 3-day 2-night camp, and yeah, it was gonna be a training camp. So one of my seniors in Boys Brigade, I should actually introduce Boys Brigade first. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Boys Brigade is something like Boy Scouts, except that we get to do marching, we get to know about our country, and yeah. And a fun fact is Boys Brigade was actually the OG version of Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts actually derived from Boys Brigade. So yeah, Boys Brigade is the original Boy Scouts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this camp took place like what I said earlier, last year March, and from what my seniors said, like my seniors who took part in this camp, they said that it was complete torture and no fun. So in my mind, I was like, okay, when they say no fun, I'm expecting like full out lecture, like yeah, just suffering. So I braced myself, and I expected, okay, the officers there, when the officers like scold or like lecture is normal, it's gonna be fine. So when I got to the campsite, basically we had to wear our uniforms, and the camp actually for our batch, right, uh there were about, like, I say 8 to 10 groups, and then each group will have about like 6 or 7 people inside. They're also known as squadrons. So basically every meeting we have to line up like squadron 1, squadron 2, squadron 3, squadron 4 in rows, basically. So we have about like 8 to 10 rows, like lining up in front of the officers whenever we have an activity we have to do. So basically, the officers actually decided, okay, for the past few training camps, we've noticed many trainees are not punctual to the activity. I'm pretty sure you guys know what punctual means. Punctual means like early. So the officers asked us what punishments we should do if we are not punctual. And then for some reason, some random trainee decided to, okay, how about we sleep under the stars? And the officer was like, wow, okay, um pretty interesting idea, sleeping with no aircon and just a sleeping bag. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And yeah, little did we know, um fast forward to the first day, when it was nighttime. We had our devotion and stuff, because the training camp was like a Christian training camp as well. So we had talked about God, and yeah, just Christianity stuff. And I thought that after our devotion we were just gonna head to bed. Turns out I was very, very, very wrong. And what the officers did instead was, they calculated and counted how many times we were late, and decided to lecture us for every single time we were late. So basically, for example, if we were late to breakfast, the officers would lecture us, oh, you guys are always late to breakfast. You guys do not know how to keep your time management. And yeah, they will just ramble on and on and on. And let me just tell you, it's not fun. Like, you do not want officers just shouting and just like nagging at you right in the face. So basically, at that night we slept at around I think 12 midnight, because we had to um do some punishments. We did like a couple star jumps, and like a few other punishments that we had to do as well. So for the second day, we had to wear our um, mufti. Now, I made a mistake, and it was on the because before we actually took part in the camp, they actually gave us like a list of what we should bring. For example, like sleeping bag, toiletries, boots, um, uh, pail and stuff. So basically, under the clothing session, there was BBM mufti, and I thought it was our company mufti. And okay, so basically, the BBM mufti, just imagine is like um a white T-shirt, and then my company mufti is basically like a yellow bluish T-shirt. So for all I knew, I thought it was the company mufti. So the next morning on day 2, when I woke up, when I took my shirt, and then I saw like the other trainees, were wearing like all the same shirts, like all the white shirts, and I was the only one wearing the yellow bluish shirt. In my mind, I'm like, oh no, oh, I made a very very bad mistake. The officers are gonna yell at me. They're gonna nag at me. What am I gonna do? Um, so what I did was I informed one of my leaders. I was like, oh hey man, I forgot to bring my BBM mufti. What should I do? What should I do? And then the my leader, my squadron leader decided was like, okay, you're gonna tell the officer that you did not bring your mufti, and we will settle it from there. So I decided to tell one of the officers for our batch. I was like, hey sir, I didn't bring my BBM mufti. What am I gonna do? And then he was like, okay, it's fine. I have some extra muftis for you, and but you're gonna have to pay for it, of course. And when I heard that, I was super relieved. I was like, wow. I thought he was gonna nag me further. He was gonna lecture me like even further, just yell at my face. But no, it went out pretty good. It was easier than I expected. I didn't expect him to just be like, oh, you can just borrow like my spam mufti or something. So yeah, that was very kind of the officer. And fast forward to like the evening of day 2, we had like a cooking competition. So the organizers of the camp actually decided to host a cooking competition. So basically in the evening before like nighttime, we would like go out to the supermarket and like buy ingredients, buy like butter, other ingredients for like any food products or like food that we're gonna make during our cooking competition. So we decided to actually make a like okay, this is what my one of my members suggested. They said like bread with ice cream on top and chocolate syrup. And then I was like, oh, that sounds pretty delicious, not gonna lie. So we gathered the bread, we gathered the ice cream, we gathered the chocolate, we gathered like sprinkles. And a fun fact, my teammate was like, hey guys, you know what? We should buy the chocolate bar and we should melt the chocolate. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, so we could save more money. Um, so when the cooking competition officially started, my team decided to bring out the pan that we're gonna melt the chocolate on. And little did I know, it didn't went out too well. Literally, when the chocolate was melted, it literally looked like uh dog dog shit. I'm not even joking. It literally looks something like that. And when the officers uh took like glanced over our food, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I am not eating that gross recipe that this team is making." And in my head, I'm like, okay, we're definitely gonna lose this one. There's no way we're gonna win this. And fun fact, the winner that like if okay the winner that actually wins, like whoever wins the cooking competition, um actually uh can, they can choose to actually skip um doing more like star jumps and punishments, because on that day, right, we still had like even more punishments we had to complete before the last day of camp. So whoever wins the cooking competition actually can choose to skip all and like do no punishments, of course. And then in the end, my group didn't win. It was quite obvious. My recipe looked gross anyways. Uh, what my team made in the end, it did not look really it did not look appetizing whatsoever. So uh on that night, right, when we had to complete all our punishments, and when the officer racked up all the punishments and like penalties that we made, it it was a total of 1,000 star jumps. So yeah, we had so before basically before we exit the camp, in order to pass, because this camp is actually a really important camp. Basically, if you participate in this training camp, if you pass, you become like a higher ranking member in your boys brigade company. So basically, in order to pass, we have to complete all 1,000 star jumps before uh the training camp officially ends. And that night, of course, that night we couldn't complete it all. We completed like around like I say 200 star jumps. But then the officers actually made a decision and was like, okay, if you guys can convince me to lower down your star jumps, I will do so. So other teammates from other squadrons started actually convincing them, and it did work. We got down to about like uh 300 200 star jumps, I believe. And the next day, um we we decided to complete all the star jumps. And in my mind, I was like, okay, are we gonna finish it? Well, before we completed the star jumps, I was in my mind, I was like, okay, um, I think we can do this. 300 star jumps, I almost said 3,000. 300 star jumps doesn't seem too bad. And yeah, we in the end we managed to complete all 1,000 star jumps, and in the end, I passed the training camp or the training course. So yeah, that's basically the end of the story. If you guys, yeah, again, if you guys want more story times, hit that like button down below. Share the support, share this video with your friends. Um, I'll most likely do more of these in the future, considering how much support it has received lately. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.